Good evening. I'm WUSA9 meteorologist Topper Shutt. We're going to talk about our weather watch alert for tomorrow and why we're issuing it and the timing, but also we're going to talk about these storms. These have not really weakened since they were along I-81 a couple of hours ago. Now, there's nothing severe yet with them, but you could still see 30, 40, 50 mile per hour winds in Leesburg and in Frederick in the next 20 minutes or so. So we'll zoom back out. Again, no warnings, but notice the frequent lightning around Frederick and also frequent lightning just southwest of Leesburg. That indicates to me that storms are getting actually stronger instead of weaker. And, you know, we have a pretty tropical air mass and a fairly unstable air mass across the metro areas. Even after the sun goes down here shortly, there's still going to be enough in the atmosphere, I think, to support these as they drift eastward and southeastward at about 20 miles an hour. So we'll zoom in. And again, big time lightning just to the west of Frederick now, and also pretty solid line of storms down to Upperville. The red that you see is 1 to 2 inches per hour, and the yellow that you see here is about 3/4 of an inch, 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch per hour. So these are marching. They're going to cross over 15 here. So Leesburg, get ready, put your umbrella down, bring small chairs in, and we're looking at some heavy downpours. Frederick already getting a heavy downpour as we speak. But Burkittsville to Myersville is probably the heaviest rain we can see with these storms. Again, 1 to 2 inches per hour. They're moving a little faster than they did earlier today, but still 20 miles an hour is not fast. Oh, boom. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning just popped in. So that includes Frederick until 8:15, and this is essentially for strong winds. Don't see any hail in these. We see strong winds, 50 to 60 mile per hour winds, and that goes till 8:15. And this is for possibility of hail, but I think the winds are a bigger concern. And also heavy downpours. That's not one of the criterion used to issue a severe thunderstorm warning, but it is still something we have to watch out. Remember, you know, yesterday, Prince George's County, that one storm popped up in northeast D.C. and Prince George's, and it flooded. So we got to watch these. We'll zoom back out. Pretty heavy storm too, just north of Purcellville down to Upperville. This is going to move into Leesburg shortly. It's almost to the business route there at Leesburg. And rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour there. And again, some strong gusty winds possible. We'll see if anything else pops up in terms of severe weather on those storms. Now, let's jump ahead to tomorrow. So this is for our weather watch alert for Wednesday. 3 o'clock, temperatures in the low 90s, and we see some storms developing out to the west. Now, unlike tonight, tomorrow we actually have a cold front, a real surface feature that will generate storms on a larger level and on a little more consistent level that you might see associated with the front, you know, from northeast to southwest. So that's at 3 o'clock. So if you want to get stuff done downtown, you know, and inside the immediate metro area, you have till 1, 2, or 3 o'clock. Maybe you want to cut the grass or something. But by 5 o'clock, here comes the showers and storms in the metro. And again, bad timing, even if it's not severe, it's bad timing for the rush hour and also for things like, you know, some of the softball leagues and soccer leagues. It's still 80 downtown, still 90 though in Gaithersburg at 5 o'clock. By 7 o'clock, this rolls through Prince George's County and then into southern Maryland. We get a little bit of a break, but we're not quite done with the storms. In fact, we see these storms move across to Delmarva, and then we have some more storms beginning to fire. Again, this is Wednesday now, tomorrow at 9 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, we still have some showers and storms. Nothing crazy heavy. I think once we get to 11 o'clock, we're done with the severe threat, but I think we're still looking at the chance for showers and storms overnight Wednesday, even into Thursday morning. Look at this. 7 a.m. Thursday, nothing crazy heavy, but, you know, campers are going to get wet early on. Temperatures around 70. The good news about Thursday is by 10 o'clock, showers are now pushing into southern Maryland, clearing now out toward Hagerstown, Martinsburg, and Winchester. And then by 1 o'clock, clearing in the metro. Still some lingering clouds into southern Maryland, but really a nice day. You're going to notice a couple of things. The sun will return, temps will not be that warm, and the humidity will be down. And that's just a harbinger, because Friday and Saturday and Sunday, humidity really drops like crazy, kind of off the charts for us. Still near 90, though, I think, on Thursday. Futurecast trying to develop another line of showers and storms. I'm not so sure I buy that on Thursday night. If the front slows down and stalls, yes, but I think the front will go and clear us completely. We have one front tomorrow and then a second cold front on Thursday. So, weather watch alert for Wednesday afternoon and evening. Why? Well, it either has to be one and or all of these criterion. Life-threatening weather, may have to change your plans, and a dynamic situation, so you should check back with us frequently because the timing and positioning of these storms changes. Tonight's a good example. None of our models had these storms that are about to roll through Leesburg and Frederick this evening. Just a couple hours before they occurred, they didn't have them on the models. So in tomorrow's case, I think all three will be satisfied. Much like last Friday, all three were satisfied. Only takes one, though, for us to issue the Weather Watch alert. So let's talk about this. What are our threats for tomorrow? Two main threats: heavy downpours and damaging winds. We'll keep hail on the table. Tornado is not really a tornadic event. We'll just keep a slight chance of a tornado. Now, in terms of impacts, obviously with heavy downpours, flooding is going to be moderate. Wet commute's high. Could be a stormy commute, too, for some. Power outage is low. And then outside plans, yeah, if you're trying, I know it's only Wednesday, but if you're trying to grill out or do something outside, it is summer. Not going to probably happen tomorrow between, 5 o'clock and maybe 7 o'clock. Okay. Right now, this is not a forecast. This is an observation. It feels like it's 99 downtown, feels like it's 102 in Manassas, and 93 in Leesburg. Okay, here's the good news. The temperatures really take a dive. I mean, we're upper 80s to near 90 on Thursday, and then mid 80s on Friday. Look at these low 80s on Saturday and Sunday. That means lows will be in the 50s at night in the burbs. So, the Nats come back into town on Friday. You may need a sweatshirt at the game by 7th, 8th inning. It stays really nice. I mean, mid-80s as we get into the following Monday and Tuesday, and then low 80s still Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. That's pretty good. Okay, running forecast tomorrow. If you want to run, best time is between 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock, or even, 5 a.m. to 10. It's going to be hot by noon and then storms by evening. And still pretty toasty, even with the storms. Heat index will be, probably near 95, 96. So let's review. Okay, so we have a weather watch alert for Wednesday afternoon. We think our critical times are 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. And the alert is for strong to severe storms. Morning showers, mainly morning showers on Thursday. A bit hot, but less humid. Gorgeous Friday, sunny and less humid. I mean, really, really nice. So right now, our only alert day is going to be Wednesday. 88, mainly morning showers or a thunderstorm on Thursday. Fantastic Friday. Not humid. And unlike last Friday's plans, when the rooftop, plans kind of got washed out, not the case this Friday night. But instead of an umbrella, you're going to need a sweatshirt or a sweater. It will be cool Friday night. It really will be. After that, gorgeous on Saturday, beautiful on Sunday. These are lows downtown, low 60s. That means 50s, low to mid 50s in the burbs. Next Monday, we'll keep an isolated chance of a shower in, but not a huge chance. And then, boom, more showers and storms on Tuesday. That may be our next, could be our next alert day. Could be our next weather watch alert. We'll see. All right, let's go back to the radar because these storms are still kind of hefty. I mean, we thought when they would clear I-81, they weaken a little bit. They kind of did a little, and they kind of picked up a little bit. Look at the frequent lightning up around Frederick. So that's the warning for Frederick County until 8:15. And the main problem with this one is going to be wind, a slight chance. I think just a slight chance of some hail, but I don't really see it being a huge problem with hail. I think winds are going to be the main event here. So let's go ahead and zoom in, and we'll talk about, where the heaviest rain is, and, maybe you take a little preparation if you're still east of Frederick. But we've got tremendous rains between Frederick and Myersville. That's 1 to 2 inches per hour. Frequent lightning, again, obviously, if you hear thunder, go indoors. And then Brunswick has some heavy rain, too. Chester put out a really, really good Instagram today of lightning safety. Search for Chester Lampkin and check it out. It's good stuff. So this is drifting off to the east at about 20 miles per hour. We'll kind of, let's just zoom out just a tiny bit here, and then we'll track it for you. So it's moving essentially kind of parallel to I-70, and then this is kind of moving a parallel to, sort of 50. That's not quite as strong as the other one, though. So we'll track this, and we'll let you know where this is going. And again, it's a severe thunderstorm warning for Frederick County until 8:15, okay? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to just kind of track it just a little south of due east, okay? So Damascus at 8:16, all the way to Dayton at about 8:51. So if you're in this area, you know, put your umbrella down, and obviously with the kids, if you're hearing thunder now, get the kids indoors, please. That's number one. I want to do one more thing here. I want to kind of go down to the storm in Loudoun County, which at the time, right now, as we speak, is not severe, but it's still pretty hefty, though. So let's go ahead and track this. And this is going to head more toward, you know, Rockville area as it crosses the river. And I'll tell you what, looks like it's going to hold together. I mean, the models have done a terrible job on these storms. So there's no reason this isn't going to hold together. Again, maybe not severe, but probably together. So we'll take it all the way to just a little south of east. Bam. Okay. Poolsville, 7:55. Sterling, 8:05. Fairfax, 8:34. Wheaton at about 8:57. DC at 9:11. So that's this storm here. So, you know, it's severe in Frederick, we think mainly because of wind. And we also are looking at the potential for rainfall 1 to 2 inches per hour. And this storm's not quite as well organized, but it's going to still roll through 50 and head towards Sterling and Rockville. There's no doubt about that. In fact, we can kind of zoom in even more here and show you some of the heavier rain. We're right around 50. Upperville, as you go out past Middleburg, Aldie. Let's see, we'll go on out here. So, yeah, so there's Aldie and there's Middleburg. Heaviest rain now in Middleburg, so it's kind of in between Aldie, Middleburg. Once you get to Upperville, it's raining, but not as heavy. So the red, that's the heaviest rainfall, 1 to 2 inches per hour. Oddly enough, you're down in the plains, you're probably not getting anything. In Haymarket, maybe a couple sprinkles. That's about it. So that's you know, going out 50 right now, you're going to see some pretty good rainfall amounts. Other than that, downtown, if you look out to the west, it is pretty impressive because you're looking at these storms. But other than the severe thunderstorm warning in Frederick, we are in pretty good shape for the rest of the metro. But these storms do appear to be weakening a little bit. I'm going to go back a little bit. They are weakening a little bit. There's the last 2 hours. See, the lightning has increased a little bit north of Frederick, but down toward Leesburg, it's not quite as vigorous, and the reds are a little not as intense and probably less coverage. So I think, you know, we're in pretty good shape here as we go through the next, you know, the hour or two between Leesburg and Rockville. Just prepare for some heavy downpours. But this storm up here in Frederick, we're going to watch that. There is a warning on it until 8:15, and I think really for the most part it is because of wind, up to 60 miles per hour. I'll give you one more look at this. We'll kind of, let me just go one more. We'll kind of zoom in a little bit. So there's the warning. So it includes a good chunk of Frederick County. I wouldn't want to be on 70 right now because it's essentially moving right along 70. But still some pretty good rain down toward Leesburg, just south of Leesburg. The lightning there, but the real lightning, look at the increase of lightning strokes here. That's a lot. So that's what we're thinking in terms of that's the heavier of the two storms, and we do have a warning out on that storm. So we'll zoom in a little more. Heaviest rain now, Myersville, Burkittsville, you know, Buckystown. So we're looking at the potential anyway of rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour. So if you're in Mount Airy, get ready. You're not under the warning yet, doesn't matter. You're still going to get some big time rains. Damascus, get ready too. Buckystown, you're getting hit pretty good. And also Myersville, your rain is diminishing, but it's still moderate. And this is moving off to the east at about 20 miles per hour. So that's that. This storm, not as heavy, but it's going to roll through, you know, Loudoun County, eventually into Fairfax County with some heavy downpours. So we're not quite done with that yet. And this is, you know, tomorrow's. This is why we have the watch for tomorrow. So there are the storms at 3 o'clock firing up along I-81. Boom. By the rush hour, they're in the metro, and that's why we're issuing a weather watch alert. So there you have it. We'll update you for the timing and the location of the storms at 11 o'clock because the models don't have a horrible handle on these storms this evening. We'll see if they have a better handle tomorrow. I think it's going to be easier to track the storms tomorrow because of the cold front. it will give us a line of demarcation, a better chance of where the storms will form and how they'll move across the metro. In the meantime, again, Weather Watch Alert, good time to download our app and send us pictures when it's safe and join our weather community. Go to our website, WUSA9.com/weatherwatchers, and sign up. In the meantime, I'm meteorologist Topper Schutt. We will see you tonight at 11 o'clock.